What's up, Pirates? Ray Talks here with Awaken TCG, and today we're going to be going over the top 64 decks for North American 2023 finals. This was NA Nats. Man, what a tourney this was. Oh my goodness, what a tourney this was. Let's go over the approximate leader breakdown. 819 Sakazuki. You guys see that right there? 819. That is almost 1,000. That is almost half the tournament. We had 346 NLs, which is also a good chunk. 260 Charlotte Katakuris, which again is a nice little chunk. So the yellow making up 600, which is close to 800 to be fair, right? And then we had only 200 purple Luffys, which is a good number. I think Luffy wasn't underrepresented. I don't think it was overrepresented. I think it was definitely where it should have been. Obviously, I don't think Purple Luffy is the best deck. And if you want the best odds in Nats, I don't think you run Purple Luffy. And I'm going to be honest, I said that from the jump. That was my kind of my argument. That's what I was saying. Like, if you really want the best chance, you don't run Purple Luffy. Just don't. And obviously, you can see here, there was only 200 of them. 89 Zoros. I feel like there should have been more. I feel like there should have been more Zoros. Zoro is a really good deck in this meta. It does happen to falter against Enel, and it sucks. It sucks. But I think if you get the right rounds, you get lucky on your matchups. You go into Sakas over and over and over. Even some Katakuris. I think you're in a good spot. I think you're in a really good spot. 56 Newgates. I think this was underrepresented for sure. I feel like Newgate is kind of like a sleeper pick. It's usually one of those decks where if you're really good and you high roll, you can literally have such a good win percentage. 43 ST10 Luffy's. Obviously, one made top 4, which is insane. Another great deck. Underrepresented. But again, like these aren't tier 1 cream of the crop, top 3 decks. So it kind of makes sense, right? Like these decks are here. They're here. Don't get me wrong. The decks are here, but they're just not, where they can be. And, it takes a lot of luck, a lot of skill, an amazing pilot to, pilot these decks at the highest level and perform with them. And a little bit of luck. And by a little, I mean a good amount. You got to see the right matches. If you avoid your worst matchup for 9 rounds and you get into top cut, it's like, oh, nice. You made it because you got lucky, but also you are a really great player. And, card games, luck is always a factor. You can't just completely be like, oh, it's because I'm the best. It's all my skill. No. Card games always come down to at least a little bit of luck. Even if it's not a lot, sometimes it can be a little bit, and it's always going to have a small portion of why you do well. Anyways, let's go over some top 32 lists. There's way too many top 64. Oh, we can just go over the top 64 breakdown. 32 Sakazukis. That is half. Half of the top cut was all Saka. Is insane. That is insane. We have 9 Enel, 7 Katakuri, 5 Purple Luffy, 3 RP Luffy, 3 Newgate, 2 Zoro, 2 Nami, and 1 Law. I think this is a good spread. Other than the 32 Sakas, that is pretty crazy. Not even half of the total was Sakas, but half of the top cut was, which is pretty crazy. Again, right? All these from here to here, they're all really in the same range, and then Enel kind of sticks out at 9, and then it's just all Saka. So, pretty crazy here. We have top 16. We have a Saka, a Newgate, a Zoro, a Saka, a Katakuri, Enel, Saka. So there's so many Sakas. Top 8, we had 2 Enels lose and 2 Sakazukis lose. Top 4, we had a Roronoa Zoro and a ST10 Monkey D Luffy in the top 4. So the top 4 was those 2, a Saka and an Enel. 4 different decks, which is pretty cool. I don't think this is the meta for that to happen. And for it to happen is super cool. Like a lot of great players are on these decks that aren't the best. Like all these top players, like top 8, all top 16 could have literally just been all Saka, right? And then we're looking like EU. But no, yeah, I mean, it's refreshing to see some of the top players play decks that aren't meta and still perform really well on them. And then obviously runner up, we had an interview with Jackson Wong, also known as Clyde TCG, an amazing player. Super happy for him and Jonas, both Jonas winning first place with an NL. Both of these guys deserve it 100%. They deserve it. They're insane at this game, and honestly, I'm super excited to see them perform at Worlds. Like, I'm gonna be watching every single match. I'm gonna be rooting for them. I don't know. What I know it's OPO5, but I don't know like kind of how the tournament's gonna run. If it's gonna be straight into Top Cut, if they're gonna do, Swiss rounds first to get seeding. I don't know how it's gonna run, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I do want to go over both of these lists really quick. Just their first and second place list. I'll go over the first place or the second place list first. So here we have pretty standard, right? You got your. We'll start off over here with the events. 4 Houndblaze standard. When I just call out the card, it's basically standard. 4 or Great Eruption, 2 Ice Age, 3 Borsa, 4 Lucci, 4 Borsalino. So from this bottom row, 1 Kaido is a tech card, and then 1 Sabo instead of 2 is a preference. We have 3 Kuzan, which is an amazing card. 4 Hina, 4 Tashigi, 2 Hina off curve. Helps your, going first turn a little bit, just in case you don't find a brand new, you have 2 extra cards. I've seen some people even run up to 3 Hina. 4 Rebecca, 2 Mancherry, 4 Suru, and obviously the Sakazuki leader. So this is pretty standard. A lot of the times what you'll see is you'll see 2 Kuzan, you'll see 3 Borsalino, maybe no 10 cost Kaido, things like that. And then, you flip and flop with the ratios to your liking. And yeah, this was Jackson Wong's list. Amazing player, second place. I am definitely going to see a lot more lists like this. I think the 10 cost Kaido is needed, especially in a meta where Enel is so prevalent. Let's go ahead and look at this list. This is the list I'm interesting to, hopefully I can get an interview with Jonas and pick his brain a little bit on, some of these decisions he made. Me as being an NL player, I'm super curious about a lot of things, and so hopefully I do get a chance to ask him. But we're gonna go over the list. 2 Konis, just extra 2Ks that are searchable. 3 Shirahoshi for whenever you pop it off trigger, it's an amazing cycling card, and in the mirror it's pretty good. Charlotte Brule, you don't have to trash a card like Sanji, right? So you just play it right away. If your opponent doesn't have an answer, that's a free block. That is a free block. Potentially can block, 9K swings, 7K swings, 8K swings. That potentially would mean 2 cards out of your hand. Now you just block with the trigger that you played anyway. So it's pretty good value there. For Shura, just to have your own holy, pretty much as consistently as possible. Just putting those 2 on board is so much pressure, especially early game and early mid game. We have 4 beiges. You have to 4 beiges on the river. You literally just win the game. Your opponent swing, and then it's like, oh, I need 1 more swing, and I got beiged. All right, cool, you win. 3 Sanji, another card that you can top life trigger and have a momentum swing. Unlike the Brule, it has to trash a card. But we have Satori as well, another card that's a 2K searchable. It can be top life triggered and popped for momentum. I've seen that before. 4 Godatsu, just for the rogue decks. RP Law, Zoro, things where you need to pop stuff and keep your health pretty safe. 4 NL, it just gives you so much value. Being able to swing at your opponent's board instantly is so much value. It's like, okay, they're going to give you cards or they're going to trash the unit. Either way, now they have to get rid of your NL where you can just, pop a life for free. So the 4 NL over the 7 mom is definitely a preference, but I think it's more of a common thing we're gonna see. I was running 3 NLs, 2 7 moms, which I think is way too greedy, not enough 2Ks, and then on top of that, I had 3 Thunderbolts, 3 Amaru. So just so many bricks, right? So many bricks, not a lot of cohesion. But I had even the 4-drop categories. I had like 2 of them. There's just so many bricks and not enough consistency, honestly, because I was at 2 Shura. Definitely good list, but not with the consistency that I would have liked. 4 Katakuri standard, 4 Yamato standard, and 3 Amaru. Early game if you're ever at 1 early, you can pressure board, tap a 4-drop, swing 5, swing, get cards out of your opponent's hand, and it's just a great tool to have when you're ending games as well. So overall, I really, really enjoyed watching him play. That finals was pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely want to go over it and watch it again. Just like a VOD review. Probably won't upload that, but yeah, man, it was amazing watching that finals. The crowd was hype. The whole venue was a blast. It was amazing. I had an amazing time. And I can't wait for next year. Hopefully I'm participating in Top Cut and I hope it goes well, a lot better. I mean, the bar is low. Like, the bar is low. It is what it is. The tournament wasn't ran the best, but learning experience. Give feedback. They can adjust, and we can maybe have a full stream every single day. Just thoughts. Like, look at Europe, look at Mexico. They have great production. Let's, follow suit. But with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys pulling up and watching my videos every day and just chilling with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We're coming up on 4,000 subs. I think we're about to hit it as this video is releasing. So we really appreciate that. At 5,000 subs, we're going to give away 5 OP06 boxes. By the time we're at 5K subs, it should be like a week before or a week after OP06 releases. So I made the pre-orders. I have the boxes ready for OP06. We for sure should be hitting 5,000 subs at some point in OP06. So we got 5 boxes. We're going to give them out to 5 lucky winners. So not one person, is going to be 5 people that win one box. All unsealed or all sealed, ready to be opened and cracked. So hope you guys can join that. It's going to be fun. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the giveaway yet because it's probably going to be a lot more people. But that was guaranteed. And then also for my international people, my international subs, I'm going to go through my collection, see what I can give away, give a couple of cards away as well. I just don't want to do boxes just because they're so heavy and then you got to pay so much to ship internationally. And like I make a little bit of money on the YouTube, but it's nothing crazy, right? I can't afford to just do giveaways internationally, like if I had a lot of money. But yeah, so I'll do some cards, some small cards, ship those. I could definitely do that. Pay an extra $10, $15, whatever it is for, some cool cards for my international people. I will definitely have that ready to go at another time. But for now, I appreciate you guys watching this video. It was a blast. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.